What is going on, guys? Welcome to the semifinals of Wrestle Wars. This will be the last time we are in this arena because the finale of Wrestle Wars is the Battle Bowl. So we will be in the Battle Bowl arena moving forward. But look, not many matches tonight, but this is still going to take some time. We got four-on-4 matches. NWO facing off against Team Nightmare. The Hart Foundation facing off against Team Sting. Team Ozzy facing off against the Order of the Phoenix. And the Four Horsemen facing off against Monsters Eclipse. Then, in addition to that, we're going to see Jahki and Rated 2K, not officially a tag team, but will be going officially after the WCW World Tag Team Champions, and Digital Dogs getting his shot tonight against Vipero for the U.S. title belt. So let's go ahead and let's get this thing started. I'm ready to. Be very interesting. A lot of things that we're seeing on the horizon moving forward. We're starting to see some things get moved into position. Some things start to take shape. Some things starting to happen because of Wrestling Wars, but kind of branching out from it. Things that are going on with some of the different factions. Things that are going on with some of the individual wrestlers. And still, the very first faction or spoiler group trying to win Battle Bowl 1. So lots of stuff going on. What is going on, Jesse Jackhammer? Welcome to the stream, brother. Prime time. What are you up to, my man? Welcome to the stream. So many interesting things going on in so many other E-Federations as well. You look at Solo Z-Federation. Lots of stuff going on in there. You look at the LTD, things going on there. There are some other places where things are going on. The SWW, lots of things happening there. Temple Plays, things happening there.
The following is an elimination match. Introducing first, the NWO.
And you look at the state of this, you've got the Women's Universal Champion and the Queen of the Ring, the leader of the NWO, and the former Universal and WCW Women's World Tag Team title holders, along with Kylie, who was the WCW World Champion, actually the one that brought Ozzy's string to an end. So the NWO, are they going to be able to advance here tonight and get themselves into the finale, get themselves into the Battle Bowl? Typically, when we see the women in any kind of multi-woman tag team match, it's usually 3-on-3. Very rarely do we see them in a 4-on-4 situation, but 4-on-4 is what it is going to take to get into the Battle Bowl. So we are going to see that here 2 different times tonight. It would be kind of nice if there was an expansion of faction stuff, like faction type entrances.
And the Faces of Fear.
And that's the other thing recently. Faces of Fear teaming up with the Gate Crashers to get themselves into this arena. And so you look at these 2 tag teams now joining forces together, and there is things that are on the horizon, it looks like, for the Gate Crashers. But right now, these 2 women's teams forming together to try to get themselves into the Battle Bowl. And we've seen Miss Nightmare into some big matches as well. So is she going to be able to help lead her team to victory here tonight? Remember, we will keep track of the points, but the points are out the window as far as team competitions go. They do matter for the individual wrestlers, but as far as team competition goes, it no longer matters. This is all about winning. You got to win, and if you win, you're in. If you lose, you're out.
The WCW Women's Underground Internet Champions, the Game Crashers.
So what's funny about this, we're not seeing her in this particular match, but Melinda also, her team in the semifinals, the team that she hooked up with, they will be in the other women's match. The winner of this match and the winner of the next women's 4-on-4 match will be the two that go on, will be the two teams that have a shot at winning Wrestle Wars, bringing home all the marbles. So looking like Kylie, former world champion, and Alana Davis going to start off here tonight. Looking like Kylie was going to get off to a fast start. Alana's got other ideas, though. And this is one of those things where knockouts are possible. Typically in matches like this, knockouts are not possible. But in these matches, they are. So something to keep an eye out on. Pins and knockouts count for the same amount of points. But again, as far as the team goes, as far as advancing on to the next thing, it doesn't matter how you do it. You just got to eliminate everybody on the other side of the arena. Kylie now getting Alana whipped over to the corner. Looking like that was about to be a double team. Alana fighting through it, though. Kind of foiling the plans of Kylie. And look at that little ping pong action going on there. Kylie was looking like she was going to try to get tagged back out, but instead Alana gets tagged out, and now Repentia getting into the match. Repentia, one of the smaller wrestlers, but you look over on the NWO side, they have two of the larger female wrestlers, but they also have two of the smaller female wrestlers. So size not exactly going to matter. Team Nightmare matches up much the same. You got Alana and Miss Nightmare, kind of the larger style wrestlers, and then you got Repentia and Sarah, some of the smaller size wrestlers. So pretty evenly matched as a team, but you got to believe that this is not what they want to be doing on the other side. What is going on, Witcher? Sister, welcome to the stream. But yeah, you got to believe that, honestly, Team Nightmare probably would rather have Miss Nightmare in the ring right now. Repentia trying to save Alana, can't get that in. Kylie right now controlling the ring. One. And Repentia able to kick out in one. Big knee right there. And so far, Kylie has been dominating this match. Repentia again now trying to get it turned back around. You know, you hear sometimes talking about feeding that bloodstained hand on her top, but what exactly does that mean? And then what kind of power or confidence maybe does that give her? Now Kylie just going after Alana. Repentia, though, using that to her advantage, bringing her to the outside. You can see referee staying inside the ring. So the pins or the tap outs or the knockouts have to happen inside the ring, even though the ref isn't counting, even though that's not going on, still, that has to be done inside the ring. Repentia, though, using this outside part of the ring, using it to her advantage, knowing that these moves have a much higher impact on the outside. So now trying to use the outside to catch back up, to get things back on the up and up. Now going underneath the ring, getting the stop sign. Hits her with the stop sign. Kylie's still working her way up. Now Kylie looking like she's trying to get back in the ring. Repentia staying on top of it, not letting her do that. Unless it's on her terms. But going under that ring, getting Toast McGoats' black bat. Riddle me this, riddle me that. Who's afraid of the big black bat? The back bat. I don't even know what a back bat is. Here we go, though. Heather trying to hook it up right here. H-bomb now goes, grabs the leg. 1, 2. And Repentia able to kick out in 2. Looked like Miss Nightmare was going to come in and help out, but now Alana back in. So when we look at this, oh, no, she hits it anyway. She pauses, holds up for a second, but gets it in. 1, 2. And the 8-second ride applied to Alana. The H-bomb applied to Repentia, but both women able to kick out of those finishing moves. And now only Misty from the NWO side has not gotten in the ring. And as we say that, she is making it into the ring right now. Sarah and Miss Nightmare, however, also not making it into the ring. And this might be, we talk about, like, what teams want to do. What teams want to do and what their strategy is. But right now, Missy pinning Miss Nightmare. So that strategy not appearing to work out as of yet. And that's the bone crusher on Misty Watson. Now gets the leg rolled. But Kylie in to break that up. Break up the tag partner. Getting pinned from Miss Nightmare. A lot of these finishing moves getting passed back and forth. And now Missy able to jump in, get Kylie put in. And this is one of those things where if Miss Nightmare is in the ring, you got to believe that the NWO wants Misty or Kylie Watson in the ring fighting up against her. And anybody else, maybe it goes the other way. So now grabs the leg. 1, 2. And Repentia able to get in and break it up. Kylie trying to get her. Miss Nightmare thought she had the thing, like some time to get that in. Kylie breaks it up, however, pays the price. So as of right now, the only ones, I mean, it's still probably pretty well rested on the NWO side, are the 3 that are not in the ring right now. But Sarah yet to get in the ring, so very well rested on her side. Repentia not as much, and then probably Miss Nightmare. Miss Nightmare, though, really needing to make some inroads. Gets it turned back around, thrown into the corner, and now goes and brings Sarah into the match. Kylie just getting back. Sarah, I don't think she expected her to come to so fast. And Kylie finding a way to get back in control. What is going on, Vipero? Welcome to the stream, brother. 1. And Miss Nightmare in to break it up. Don't believe she really would have needed to break it up, but got in to break it up nonetheless. And if anything, that gave Sarah a little bit of time to kind of regather her thoughts. Kylie able to dive around it. I don't think Sarah was expecting that. Misty now rolls the leg. 1, 2, 3. And Misty, on an absolute roll in this match, has gotten both pins. Things starting to look really good for the NWO, looking like they may be the favorites right now to go on in the Battle Bowl and face the winner of the next match in Battle Bowl 1. Miss Nightmare and Repentia do have something to say about that, and another bone crusher. And broken up again by Kylie. Kylie now rolling up out of the ring. And now you got to look at it. Probably Heather and Cheyenne, two of the most rested. Repentia, though, has had a chance now to rest for a little bit. And a kendo stick broke over the head. Miss Nightmare now using the entire ring, going up against Misty Watson. And remember, Miss Nightmare, former Women's Universal World Champion, so definitely knows what she's doing, has been in the universe for quite some time now. Seen her come up through the indies, seen her go through the WWE, and now really one of the leaders, you would think, in the women's division in the WCW, but now the current Universal Champion. And look at that, rolls the leg, 2. And what a move. Cheyenne gets in the ring, goes to do something. Repentia, though, understanding the situation and uses it, so far has outsmarted the NWO on multiple occasions, and right now is taking down the entire NWO, but Cheyenne finally gets in and puts a stop to that. But Repentia there for a little bit, staying one step ahead of the NWO. Cheyenne blocking Repentia from being able to get over and tag in her partner, lets her get up on her own. And if you wondered why Cheyenne is the Universal World Champion, you can go and look at that turn of events right there, though. Miss Nightmare getting in, able to break it up, but it might be all for naught. Cheyenne setting up for the 8-second ride. Repentia steps back, however, and gets back to work on the midsection of Cheyenne. And instead of her playing it up to the crowd, she is staying on offense. What is going on? Eagle Star, welcome to the stream, brother. 1, 2. Oh, only a 1 count. I got a little excited there. Started counting more numbers. Now it looked like Repentia went over, talked to the other members of the NWO. Cheyenne tries to no-sell the power bomb. Repentia not having it, puts her right back on the ground, starts letting them right hands go. And now getting to work on her arm. Now you got to be careful. If Cheyenne starts getting on the move, starts running around, that's how her stuff happens. That's how her finishing move happens. Miss Nightmare now trying to deliver some punches over to the NWO. NWO blocking it, though. Cheyenne now trying to work her way back in. Miss Nightmare sees it coming, and look at that. Buckle the knees. 1, 2, buckle my shoes. 3, 4, end up on the floor. You know what I'm saying? That is what that reminded me of. That big elbow buckling the knees of Cheyenne. Cheyenne now getting it turned back around. And look at this. That's a little bit of respect right there. Cheyenne wanting to get back after Repentia. Miss Nightmare. Oh, tries to hit her with the brass knuckles. Cheyenne avoids that though. And is working to get things turned back around. In the ring, big slam now goes over, tags in Heather. Heather to another. All the members of the NWO have all held the world title before. Oh, didn't know what was going to win out, but turns out Chair beats Guitar. And Chair, Guitar, Kendo Stick. It's like rock, paper, scissors. Chair beats Guitar, apparently. Oh, I didn't know. I better write Miss Nightmare's name down because we're not having that move. Every time I see it, names are getting written down. I'm taking them away. Repentia now tagged back into the match. Picks up Heather. Big slam. You see the back of her head bounce off the ring. And I don't know if she was able to get up, but what I do know is the referee and Heather both down on the ground right now. Any type of shenanigans could go on. Right now, Heather now walks over, gets Kylie tagged back in. Thought Repentia would try to get Miss Nightmare tagged in, instead going back underneath the ring. Playing trash can baseball bat or Totes' baseball bat, baby. Here we go. Apparently Fist beats Guitar also. And now Repentia getting Miss Nightmare tagged back in. Kylie now trying to go off on everybody on that side. And you would have thought the way it was going that maybe it was going to go fast, but Repentia, Miss Nightmare slowing the pace of this match way down. Not allowing the NWO to take a quick victory like that. Kylie now whips Miss Nightmare into that corner, now driving her shoulder right into the midsection. Miss Nightmare back on her feet. And remember, when she whips you into the rope, that sets it up, but she missed it. Kylie maybe getting a little bit lucky right there. Miss Nightmare missing her finishing move. But now staying in charge of what is happening in this match. And again, that move, enjoy it. It'll be the last time you see it on Miss Nightmare. And this is why. They just go back to it and back to it and back to it, so we're not having it. What is going on, R2K? Welcome to the stream, brother. Guys, go check out R2K's channel. William Styles, welcome to the stream. But go check out R2K's channel. Totes and R2K apparently put on some bangers over there. Kylie gets out, but Repentia getting tagged in. Don't know if she saw that. Now Repentia throwing her into the ropes. And we've seen Repentia win quite a few matches by coming off the top rope. Before too long, we are going to have to find a name for her finishing move. And now, is she going up top? She might be. She might be trying to put the old kibosh on this match. Hits her with the move. Now grabs the leg. But look at that. Didn't even see it on camera. Cheyenne coming in to break it up. Rep and Tia now throwing Cheyenne out of the ring. And whoa, trying to whip her into the corner. Cheyenne now gonna get out, or looking like she wants to get out of this match. Maybe she can't figure it out. No! Guitar, paper, kendo stick. Guitar finally works out. Guitar getting broke right over the bat, and look at the state of this. Does not tap out, however, and here we go again. Looking like she's wanting to tag out of the match. Instead, setting up her finisher. Could not get it in. Repentia gets it turned back around. And the team of Miss Nightmare right now, and Repentia, really needing to score a pinfall. Get it to 3-2. And then hopefully get it to 2-2 if they've got any shot. But they have got to start causing some eliminations right now. Kylie working on getting back to her feet. And Miss Nightmare knocks Kylie out. So the exact thing we were talking. Oh, things are getting serious now in the ring. Things getting serious in the ring, and look at that. That is an owie move if I've ever seen one. Repentia, though, trying to help out her partner, and does. Miss Nightmare taking it off that second rope, springboard into a forearm. And here we go. Oh, misses it again. Somehow missed her finishing move again. The timing right now of Miss Nightmare just a little bit off. And Cheyenne reaching over, and bam! Knocks out. Knocks out Miss Nightmare with the brass knucks. Typically not legal, but legal in this match. Oh, stop. In the name of wrestling before Repentia breaks your skull. That is what happened right there. Stop sign, trash can, guitar. Stop sign, beach, trash can. And this might be it. Repentia hit with the 8-second ride. 2, 3, and the NWO will advance on to Battle Bowl 1.
Here are your winners, the NWO.
So the NWO coming up with a big win. We know that they have now advanced on to the Battle Bowl, the very first Battle Bowl ever in WCW. That is the culmination of Wrestle Wars. And look at the state of this. Garrett Borden changing his look to represent yet another face of Sting. That's what these guys should be called, the faces of Sting. You know what I mean? If I haven't said it yet, William, welcome to the stream, brother. I thought I said it, but I might not have. Yeah, having a good day, having a really good day. Very productive. Now, what's funny about this match right here is when you look through the first couple rounds of Wrestle Wars, Team Sting dominated round 1. The Hart Foundation dominated round 2. by doing so, I don't think anybody had a shot even in round 3 to catch him. And I say that, yet the Horseman ends up going past him. So the Horsemen end up facing off against a team that was kind of down in the standings, like the Horsemen were.
The following contest is an elimination match. Introducing first, at a combined weight of 953 pounds, the Hart Foundation.
So the Horsemen end up facing off, who they were down in the rankings and had to make a comeback. Monsters Inc. down in the ratings, had to make a comeback. Those two teams facing off against each other. And the two teams that appeared to be dominating throughout the entire Wrestle Wars, now those two are facing off against each other. So either the Hart Foundation or the Faces of Sting will advance to the first ever Battle Bowl. Sting also no dummy if you look at it. Right before Wrestle Wars starts, Sting uses that opportunity to bring in his two sons, and now kind of, maybe a passing of the torch, or at least helping them get their foot in the door. And just imagine getting your foot in the door to be here to wrestle in Wrestle Wars. So, quite the introduction.
Combined weight of 727 pounds, the team.
So Team Sting now making their way down to the ring. Damien, not an official member of their faction, but is with them here in Wrestle Wars. So now these guys getting to wrestle with their dad, one of the greatest to ever do it. And then you look at Damien, the son of The Undertaker. Then you got Bret Hart and the team of Bret Hart and Chris Jericho and Chris Benoit. Like, quite the legacy, quite the Hall of Fame caliber wrestlers in this match. And I know we say this every now and again, but this dude coming out right now in this entrance is absolutely freaky. Absolutely freaky. Hide your kids. I feel like this is the guy that would take your kids. Hide them. Put them under the chairs. Do something. In answering the question, who let the dogs out, it's this guy. He let them out.
Weighing in at 337 pounds, Damien.
Yeah, this guy definitely let him out. We don't get to always see his entrance like in its entirety because it does take a minute. But here tonight, we are going to watch it. We are going to take time to witness it, bear witness to this. Look at those guys over there. They've got their kids, like, they push the kids behind them like, oh, don't look at our kids over here. Nothing to see here. Guys, while we got a minute, though, remember, drop a like on the video, subscribe if you're new, turn on the bell notifications so you don't miss any time we go live. Share the video. Like, share it right now. Stop what you're doing and share the video, because I'm about to ruin the image and the style that you're used to. So, Last episode broke a record with 29 likes. Hats off to you guys. So, all y'all out there doing the thing. And now look at Garrett getting straight to work on Sting and then going, or on Bret Hart and then saying, hey, maybe not. See Borden Jr. kind of sitting back, and Bret Hart immediately coming in and saying, hey, stop in the name of wrestling before I put you in a sharpshooter. And Bret Hart getting back to work, doing what he does. And really, if you look at some of this stuff, you know, we're still keeping points for the individuals. It doesn't matter for the teams. Again, it's a win and you're in type of thing. But for the individuals, the highest scoring point total for an individual will be able to get a shot at the Universal Championship. So, the funny thing about it is right now the leaders, both for the men and for the women, are also currently both the Universal title holders. Coincidence? I think not. Chris Benoit in there doing some damage to Sting. Not a bad way to go. And see, Garrett's like, oh, okay, I didn't realize that's what we do. But since that's what we do, now going after Bret Hart and Chris Jericho. Jericho fighting back. Benoit looking like he is back in the ring now. Does Garrett see him? He might have, but he sees him way too late and suplexes him right on top of that guitar. Got him with the old get fiddle suplex. Now whips him into the corner. What is he doing here? Picks him up and does that crazy, like, twisting armbar slam off the top rope. Now coming in and getting Butch Hart in. Butch Hart has also been proven to be one of the guys that is really hard to beat. Now rolls up the leg, but Sting in to break that up. Garrett Borden needing to find a way to get out of the ring right now. Damian gets in, breaking up that pin. Now Garrett in the ring, and you can look at the size. Like, really, if I was wanting somebody to be in the ring, and he wasn't there when he was making the tag, but it would have been Damian going up against the likes of maybe a Butch Hart. Instead, Garrett inside the ring now. And now, maybe a little insult to injury, not the sharpshooter, but the Scorpion Deathlock. Don't adjust your TV sets. If those two moves look very similar, they are. But they do have different names. Garrett back to trying to get Butch out of this match. One, and Bret Hart in there to break it up with a 1 count. Now you see why in these matches knockouts are enabled. Oh, going up, little belly splash right there. Butch trying to get a tag in. Garrett looking like he was going for a weapon, but saw him get the tag in. Tries to get over to mitigate and to stay in control of the match. Chris Jericho not having it, delivering him back over to his own corner. And that is just the kind of thing Chris Jericho would do. What is going on? Sentinel, welcome to the stream, brother. Jericho, big power bomb on the outside to Damian. Garrett waiting for him on the inside. Jericho, though, trying to maybe loosen Damian up a little bit. So when he does get in the ring, maybe it won't be so rough and tough. Garrett, not the fastest learner in the world, but eventually says, yeah, maybe I should do that to Brett as well. Jericho sees it happen and sees that he is distracted by somebody else. No sells the suplex, but Jericho goes over. Cartwheel kick right to the face. And the funny thing is, Jericho's got his own lion tamer. So his own version of a submission hold. Benoit's got his own version with a crippler crossface. Damien's now in, and Damien is a little bit pissed. Here we go. The tombstone lung blower grabs the leg. But Butch gets it broken up. Splits open. Chris Benoit now going after the choke, really loosening up that head area. Really causing some damage. You can see the blood now running down the forehead of Chris Benoit. Chris trying to get Damien. Damien continually pushing him back, not having it. Picks him up. Another big slam. Now he goes, pushes that chin down to the ground, and almost comes up with the first fall in this match. Damien looking like he wants to tag out, but maybe the inexperience right there of Stephen Borden Jr. He is just possibly a little bit too far away from that ring post. So now going to try to get him again, but he gets out of the way there. So Damien continues on, trying to deliver some damage to Chris Benoit. Still, look, going after that neck and head area, trying to set up his own finishing moves, or maybe even Sting's finisher. And again, look at Stephen Borden Jr. Just a little bit too far, it looks like, from being able to get a pin in, and a 3/4 twist pile driver. And while Damien tries to recover on the outside of the ring, Bret Hart trying to get busy in a Burger King bathroom or in the ring. And now sets him up, rolls him over. Sharpshooter is applied, but Garrett gets in. Referee, because of the bodies in the way, the referee counted that as a tag, but we all saw that was not even close to being a tag, but she, from her vantage point, really couldn't see if that tag was made or not, giving them the benefit of the doubt. Calls for the legal tag. Stephen Borden, look, learning his lesson now, getting after these guys. Now you look back over in the corner, look how close Garrett is to that ring post, so he can get tagged in. Stephen Borden Jr. was just off of it, so without that emergency tag, it might not have gone down the way he thought it was going to, because Damien recognizing he could not make a legal tag and get him in that match. And here we go, the walls of Jericho. Damien, though, getting in, breaking it up, and then also hanging in the ring a little bit to distract Jericho. Jericho now wanting to talk to Damien, goes over to hit him. Damien gets that turned back around and delivers that forearm right back to his face, but ends up at least being able to get Garrett. And look at the outside of the ring. Like they're looking at him. Garrett Borden Jr. trying to get back up, and I got to tell you, if Garrett Borden gets back in this match, it could be not a good thing. He has taken 2 power bombs from inside to outside the ring. Steven, on the other hand, able to get that turned back around, use that trash can against Chris Jericho. And that's his finishing move, the Scorpion Death Drop. And you got to believe at some point maybe those moves change up because there are their dads, you know what I mean? But for right now, both of the kids using it to their advantage. And now Stephen Borden Jr. going after Bret Hart and gets it turned back on him. Chris Jericho now trying to get him locked in to the walls of Jericho. And Jericho taps out Stephen Borden Jr. Sting now in the ring, picking up that kendo stick that his son brought in, breaking it over Benoit, now tapping in his other son and maybe like telling him, now go avenge your brother. I got you set up. Can you finish it? Oh, tries to hit him with his dad's Stinger Splash. Misses it, however. Jericho takes it and he goes once, twice, 3 times a power bomb and rolls up the leg. 1, 2. And Garrett able to kick out in 2. Now just think about that. He has had 2 power bombs from the outside, or from the inside to the outside, and then just got a trifecta of power bombs put on him again. Sting able to get in and break up the submission hold from Jericho this time. Jericho now whips Garrett into the corner. Gets him up, and a huge bulldog. Like, I am shocked. Absolutely shocked that Garrett's still on his feet. Again, 5 power bombs, and then all of a sudden ends up getting that big assisted bulldog. Absolutely crazy. What is going on? Haley Vaughn, welcome to the stream. At least you use proper English if you don't like me. 1, 2, 3, and look at that. His foot was caught up in the ropes. Referee did not see that, nor did the referee care. Sting now trying to finish what he started. And Jericho getting it turned back around, getting back in control, and now going over, getting Bret Hart tagged into this match. Now, Sting and Damian, now, if there was going to be 2 guys that it was going to come down to, probably the 2 guys on that team you'd want it to come down to. You wouldn't really want it to come down to the rookies. However, you are still facing the Hart Foundation, so still not going to be an easy road to hoe. Sting really needing to find a way. Gets one in. Scorpion Death Drop. Grabs the leg. 1, 2. Referee even hitting Bret Hart in the head. Bret Hart not having it though. Ends up kicking out into Sting now. Grabbing the trash can. Throwing it inside. And uses the trash can as a distraction. Thought he was going to hit him with it again. Does not hit him with it, however, and now Bret Hart gets him again. Is going to try to get him again right off of the trash can. A super bulldog. Sting's head being driven into the trash can, and Sting still able to kick out in 2. Now Chris Benoit bringing it inside, getting up to that second rope. Goes, and a huge elbow backbreaker off of the knee of Bret Hart. And Benoit getting after it now, using that trash can. Hits Sting with it, but Sting no-sells that. Hits him with it and knocks out Chris Benoit. So bringing it back within one person, rolling up the leg of Butch. Trying to get things back to 2-on-2. Takes him now, double team inbound. Takes Damien, whips Butch into the corner. Double shoulder block. Can Damien then turn that in to a quick pin or a quick submission and get this thing tied back up? No, he was just in. He wasn't there for a long time. He was just there for a good time. Sting now back in the ring. Can he get maybe a KO here on Butch right now? No, Butch getting out of the way, trying to get it turned back around. Get Sting put up in the air, and look at this, getting a few reps in. That way he doesn't have to get him in at the gym later. And the whole time looking right at Damien, saying, I'm about to put your boss out. But Sting able to kick out before that happens. Butch now starting to get frustrated. Can Sting use that against him? Can Sting take care of some of the mistakes maybe of Butch wrestling angry and capitalize on it? Sting whips him into the corner, hits him with the Stinger Splash, rolls up the leg, one. And Bret Hart there to break it up and break it up with the quickness. Sting needs to focus on Butch. Somebody needs to get Butch and keep the offense going. Find a way to get Butch out. Because at this point, really, like, of course they're all good, but you want Butch out. You want Bret Hart, probably one of those two if you had to pick one. That trash can blocking the path of Butch Hart. Sting now getting him on the outside. Remember, we called this the great equalizer on the outside of the ring. Thought Sting was going to take that trash can and go after Bret Hart or go after Chris Benoit. Instead, grabs it just to get it out of the way there. And Sting just putting people out over on that side. Butch Hart gets the kendo stick now, jumps into the ring. Sting waiting on him inside the ring, takes him, whips him into the corner. Thought a Stinger Splash was inbound again. But that is not going to be the case. Butch Hart now fighting back. Sting having him in his corner. Butch Hart thought he was going to walk him over to his own corner. Does not, however. And maybe that's a mistake. Oh, now splits open Sting. Sting sitting in the Hart Foundation's corner. And a mistake on the part of Chris Jericho may have just turned this match around for Sting. And Sting ends up getting the pin and tying this up 2-2. Bret Hart now the new legal man, both leaders of their respective factions in the ring. And now you gotta believe, even though they've been in long enough, Sting splitting open Bret Hart. Bret Hart now bleeding, Sting bleeding. But you gotta believe that the momentum is really on the side of Team Sting right now, and going from looking like they were not gonna be in the match or in Wrestle Wars, not going to have a chance to go on to Battle Bowl 1. Now looking like they've got to be the favorites to win this match. Chris Jericho doing his job right there, distracting Sting long enough to allow Bret Hart to get back to his feet. Referee in this so far tonight doing a good job of mainly staying out of the way. That trash can right now blocking Bret Hart from possibly putting the sharpshooter on. Bret Hart now gets Jericho tagged back in. Jericho immediately stays in control of the match, getting after Sting right there. But timing just off, but timing or no timing, Rot-Roast Skedios. Is Sting gonna tap out? He does not. Damien looked like Damien was going over there to break it up, but for whatever reason, Damien did not break it up. And Jericho going after the legs of Sting, hoping that maybe he can get in the walls of Jericho, trying to get him over. Sting trying to stop him, but he gets him over. This might be it for Sting. No, Jericho letting him out of it. Referee didn't even call that off. Sting didn't fight it off. That's why Sting's still on the ground. Bret Hart now goes, rolls up the leg. 1, 2, 3. And it is down to Damien right now. Can Damien come through for Team Sting and get them into the next, get them into the Battle Bowl? Or will the Hart Foundation be going on to face the winner of the next men's 4-on-4 match? Didn't look like Damien was going to focus on the right guy, but now getting his attention turned back to Chris Jericho. And look at that, Jericho fighting through it, then goes crossbody, grabs the trash can, hits Damien with it. Grabbing onto the arm. And whips him into the corner, and look at that veteran move right there. Looking like he was rushing in to do something, then slowed down, changed up the timing of what he was doing in order to stay in charge or in control of the map. I think he was trying to see if Damien was trying to lure him in. When he realized he wasn't, he went back into doing what he needed to do. Bret Hart now going after something else, a guitar. Damien still laying up against them ropes, now coming back to his feet, but it doesn't matter. Bret Hart jumps up. 1, 2, and almost winning it right there, almost getting the 3 count and sending the Hart Foundation on to Battle Bowl 1. And Jericho over the top of even Bret Hart blocking Damien's sight of Chris Jericho. Then Jericho coming up over the top of Bret Hart, landing on Damien. You know, you talk about high spots, that's got to be one right there. Now Damien can tap out all he wants on the outside of this ring. It ain't going to matter. You got to be in the ring for pins and tap outs and knockouts to matter. Jericho now setting up for his finisher. Damien, though, sees it coming. Punching back and forth. Jericho now realizing the error in his ways. Throws Damien back into the ring. Gets in the ring. Goes after the kendo stick. And then breaks that kendo stick right over Damien. Grabs the leg. 1, 2. And Damien again able to kick out in 2, but it is almost all over. But the cry, and Damien needs to get things turned back around, needs to get back in control of this match. And now it is down to a one-on-one match. Will it be the team of Sting, or will it be Bret Hart and the Hart Foundation? And it is.
Here are your winners, the Hart Foundation.
Bret Hart going on to knock out Damien and send the Hart Foundation in to the finals. The Hart Foundation going on to Battle Bowl 1. You picture the Battle Bowl like the Super Bowl. This is our Super Bowl. And the Hart Foundation will be heading on to that. Now, we have figured out that the team of the NWO is going to be going on. But will it be the team of Ozzy or Phoenix? And Phoenix making what a great talk. You know, we talk about coming back. Phoenix, the Order of the Phoenix, making a huge comeback, getting themselves in. They were in last place and now find themselves on the verge of going to the Battle Bowl.
The following is an elimination match. Introducing first, representing the new millennia from Smithfield, North Carolina, the Universal Women's International Champion, the Terror, Susie Lee.
Susie Lee, brand new Universal Women's Divas Champion, trying to help her team because she is more of an individual. She is the leader of the New Blood, but there is not another female in her faction. So teaming up with other factions and other groups to move on, ends up being asked by the team of Ozzy if she could come on. And kind of the same thing, Melinda, a newcomer to the wrestling world, got in just in the nick of time and was the final female asked to join on to a team, and ends up joining on with Team Ozzy, and now on the precipice of going to the Battle Bowl. Now, it's funny, we've seen Melinda, we've seen another newcomer, both of them hooking it up with the Gate Crashers. So what is that going to mean? Not really sure. Are we going to find out tonight? No. But it is very important. Like, she could be earning title shots right now because the winner of the Battle Bowl gets shots at all the titles. That is part of the deal. So very interesting. Now the rest of their team getting ready to come down, make their way down to the ring. But this team right here just recently got even stronger with the addition of that Universal Divas Championship belt, and now the addition of the Women's Tag Team Champions. That has boosted their stats up. So this is not going to be an easy road for the Order of the Phoenix to hoe. Now, they haven't been on an easy road the entire time. So being able to come from last place and then jump up and get into the position where they have a shot now in the semifinals to go on to the Battle Bowl is absolutely amazing.
The WCW Women's World Tag Team Champions, the Outlaws.
Now, it's funny. Their tag team partners, they're both tag team champions, so it's weird that only one of them is wearing the title belt. But maybe Becky the Pirate doesn't want to do it, you know what I mean? Yeah, I can absolutely do that. Matter of fact, I'll do it at the conclusion of this here tonight. I won't even upload a video. I'll show you right on stream how you do it. It'll blow your mind how simple it is. You're talking about the custom Tron, right? Like the one I just did there for Ozzy, the Wizard of Oz. So you'd almost expect something like that. Yeah, I'll do it. I'll do it at the conclusion of this. I'll show you. It's super, super easy. We'll make a new custom one for somebody. So you look at that team, that is quite the team. So the spoiler team going up against a faction that has been wrestling with each other for quite some time, for at least the last couple seasons. So now the Order of the Phoenix getting ready to make their way down to the ring. Oh, I did too. I had a hard time with it for a while, but yeah, I saw a video on it, and I was like, got in there, and I messed with it just a little bit, and it worked out really well. Order of the Phoenix absolutely taking their time. Don't want to rush it, you know what I mean? But it's kind of look like we look at the NWO. We look at the NWO on the women's side, and I kind of compare them to the Four Horsemen on the men's side. You look at the Order of the Phoenix on the women's side, I compare them to the Syndicate on the men's side. But look at all the gold that they carry down right now as well. You got the TV champion, and you got the Divas, or the Universal Women's Tag Team Champions, and you also have the WCW Special Series 8-woman title belt. So really holding on, those two in the back holding on to 2 belts apiece. You know, that is 5 belts being held right now by the Order of the Phoenix. And really, I think Phoenix herself probably soon will be getting a world title shot as well. Susie Lee, on the other hand, got beat by Mimi to lose her television champion. So it is kind of poetic justice. These two getting ready to hook it up in the ring right now. But a little bit of team before individual wants or needs. Mimi with a huge DDT right there, getting picked up by Melinda, and you can see Melinda absolutely a woman on a mission. Now, the interesting thing is we've seen a couple things right now with her and Totes, so still trying to figure out what that's all about, what's going on with that. And we've also seen things between her and the Gatecrashers and her and Vanessa. So a lot of stuff surrounding Melinda, so definitely want to keep an eye on that. Somehow Mimi gets in, but Becky trying to stay on top of it, trying to stay on top of Jane, but look at that. Phoenix able to distract Becky just a little bit, and Jane now trying to hook it up, trying to put her finisher on her already. Becky, though, fighting through it. And then Becky just I think maybe a little bit confused on what side of the ring she was on. So much stuff that was going on. Now rolls up the leg too. And Mimi able to get in and break that up. Becky now not even sure who to punch, so she's punching everybody. Jane still on the ground. Becky now getting back after her. Doing that. Jane, though, telling her to stop and busting that stop sign up over. Getting back in control of the match now, walking her over to the corner. And Becky just causing a lot of disruption over on their side. Not just fighting against Jane, but also fighting against Angela, fighting against Mimi, fighting against Phoenix. Looked like Becky was going to try to get back over to her corner. Unable, however, to do that. And Jane walking back over now, getting Phoenix tagged into this match. You can see that stop sign all tinted up. But Phoenix grabbing the baseball bat of Totes My Goats and using it on Becky. Phoenix now playing that up. Becky still, though, while she's playing it up, tried to use that time to get over to the rest of her team and get somebody else tagged in. Now having to fight through Phoenix. Can she get over and get somebody tagged in? Whether she could or she couldn't, she tried to keep the offense going. And that might have proven to be a mistake. Look at the strange hold that is going on here. Becky able to fight through it. And you actually have the representation of all three tag team title belts and the tag team title teams that are in this match right now. Ozzy and Becky just winning the WCW tag team titles, and then Angela Starr and Jane holding both the WCW Special Series 8-man titles and the Universal Women's Tag Team titles. Oh, that is an owie. And that was strange. Ozzy got in, but then saw Melinda was in. And that's why Melinda breaking up the stuff. I don't even think Angela realizes this, but Ozzy right now is the legal person. So Melinda allowing Ozzy to get in and hits her with the yellow brick road. But Jane able to get in there and break it up. Jane now trying to be kind of a sacrificial lamb. Ozzy throws her out of the ring, though, and gets right back to work on Angela. Angie trying to get up, trying to fight through it. Becky trying to fight through it as well. And Angela now getting things turned back around. Whips Ozzy into the ropes. And gave her a little flippity-doo-dah. Crossbody. Goes for the pin. 1, 2. And Mimi sitting down there just taking a break. She's like, hey, I need a breather on this one. This is Angela Starr's finishing move because I have yet to change it. Really have meant to change it because that doesn't feel like a finishing move. When I gave it to her, it looked better than I thought it was. And look at the Order of the Phoenix doing what they do. Angela talking to the announcers, talking to Mimi. Ozzy now gets tagged in. Becky tries to get her. Angela, however, does not let that happen. And Angela getting back against all the members of Team Ozzy. And look at the straight arrogance of that. Angela using the ropes right in front of her own tag team partner, jumping on the rope where Ozzy was standing to do a springboard maneuver back onto Becky. You gotta love it. I don't care who you are, you gotta love that. Phoenix now trying to slow some things down. Hits her with the rise from the ashes. And Ozzy able to get in and break that up. Phoenix letting her know she didn't appreciate it. Melinda probably not expecting that business. Phoenix now getting the stop sign and hits Becky with it right in the back of that neck and shoulder area. Phoenix now picking Ozzy up yet again. Is she going to use the pinning maneuver there? And Ozzy asking the crowd, are you not amused? But whether they're amused or not, Susie Lee getting into this match now, taking it to Ozzy. So a lot of back and forth. This is going to be the ones, and we haven't said it in the other two matches, but when the first pin happens, these other pins are probably going to start happening really quick. The pins, the tap outs, the knockouts. These women right now giving it all they got, wanting to be the one that goes on to face the NWO women's faction. The ones wanting to win the Battle Bowl 1, and get their names in the history book. Now, Mimi holding on to that chair on the outside. Just kind of chilling out, drinking beers. And Susie says, I'm tired of watching you drink beers and hang out. Goes over there, tries to break it up, and now Mimi getting back into the action. Mimi now wanting to be tagged back into this match. Phoenix using that outside like a great equalizer. Now picks up the chair. Susie gets back to her feet just to take a chair right to the forehead. And another one does, and another one does. Another chair bites the dust. Hey, that chair's going to get to your head. Another chair bites the dust. Susie now getting back into the ring, going after the bat of Totes My Goats, using that, hitting Mimi with it, hitting Angela with it, hitting Mimi with it one more time, and then turns around, throws it at Phoenix, tries to get back at Angela, reverts back onto Phoenix, slams her, and you saw it, the head right on that stop sign. Don't even know how Phoenix managed to kick out of that maneuver. That head going directly into that stop sign that was laying there on the ground. Not working out in her favor. 1, 2. And a 2 count now. Susie going over. Referee making sure she gets in the way. Susie tagging Melinda in. And Melinda comes in. Huge clothesline. And we've talked about it, but the new attitude from Melinda is on another level. Melinda now taking Mimi up to the top, then throwing her down, grabbing the baseball bat of Totes My Goats, while Mimi is trying to get over. What? Ends up throwing Melinda between the two ropes. Melinda now getting back into the ring. Mimi whips her into the ropes. Goes up, goes down, spinning torpedo maneuver, but now gets Jane tagged back into this match. Melinda trying to get up, Jane helping her up, and now Jane getting ready to put Melinda in the last dance of Mary Jane. It's one more time to kill the pain, aim, and Susie comes in, knocking the referee out. Referee out, neck in an odd position. Jane trying to hit Melinda with that stop sign. Melinda, though, getting out of the way, but Jane staying in control of the match. Referee manages to find a way to get back to her own feet. Yeah, I have no idea. That is crazy. Phoenix now trying to take advantage of Melinda in the corner, and look at this armbar. Nope, you do that to Totes, it's all over but the crying. Totes will be crying and tapping. Not having it. And using the ropes again to get to work on that arm. Phoenix really going after the arm right now. Makes you kind of wonder what she has in store besides this stop sign. Stop sign to the back of the head. She put the stop sign to the back of your head. Becky gets in, breaks that up. What is going on, Sped? Welcome to the stream. What was that? Phoenix now getting ready to set up for it again. Iffy has got to fight her way through this. Melinda, no way she can let this go on. Missed the one tag to Ozzy. Now hits the second tag into Becky. Becky and Melinda with the double team. And look at that. Right down on that stop sign. Phoenix now trying to fight through. And now the thing that Becky might have done was save Melinda from the rise of the Phoenix. But she didn't save herself from it. Melinda says, here, I'll help you get up. Breaks up the tag from Phoenix. Phoenix still fighting and now taking some knees. Becky still on the ground, still not able to get up. And driving the arm back into the mat. Rolls up the leg. And gets the 3 count. But remember what I said, as soon as you see one, I have a funny feeling these things are going to start coming a lot more fast and furious. Oh, and what a save by Angela. Phoenix was fixing to get hurt in a bad kind of way, but Angela gets in there, breaks that up. Phoenix dropping the baseball bat. Thought she would have wanted to use it on Ozzy. Ozzy now crawling to the corner. Phoenix staying on top of it, realizing of all the people on that team, the one that you want to get out the most absolutely is Ozzy. Ozzy, a long-time WCW Women's World Champion, holds the record for the most title defenses, and Phoenix is treating her as such. Sometimes you get in the ring, you start underestimating the wrestler that you're in there with. Phoenix making sure she's not doing that. Look at that, Jane running into the knee. Ozzy now picking her up yet again. Gonna bring her over, put her in this corner. And you can tell Ozzy a little pissed off this time, determined to get this move in. Can she get it in now? She does. 2 boots to the side of the head. Call her in the morning. And that was the move that Angela saved Phoenix from. Susie now getting in the ring. Getting ready to put her finishing move on it. Here she goes. Is this going to be it? She's still conscious, but going after the pin. Phoenix gets in there to break that up. And Susie right there raking the eyes. The leader of the New Blood. Not happy that pin got broke up the way it did. Jane using that time though, ducks up underneath it. Hits her with a DDT. Susie tries to no-sell it, but Jane sitting there waiting on her. Now whips her into the corner, gets Mimi tagged back in to the match. And the Order of the Phoenix, very cohesive. Referee been calling pretty good matches so far. Been, for the most part, staying out of the way. Mimi staying on the offense right here. And goes ahead and gets Angela Starr tagged in. Angela looking like she was going to do something else. Instead, goes back, goes after Susie, wanting to make sure that they maintain control. Oh, what is this? Big knee rake right across the jaw of Susie. Angela now grabbing the bats of Totes My Goats. Melinda not having that. But apparently Ozzy is. Ozzy's going to have it right now. Susie, though, gets back to her feet. And is taking advantage of the little crack in the armor right there. The little crack in the game plan of Angela Starr. But Angela Starr still able to kick back out in two. Another DDT. And now Susie's asking the crowd, are you not amused? Phoenix now making her way back in the ring, and a huge clothesline right there. Another big elbow drop. And a neck breaker to boot. Phoenix having to squirrel her way right up on the outside of that ring. Because Susie taking it to another level, taking it to the Order of the Phoenix right now. Delivering the fist. Now, is she going to see Phoenix coming in? She does not. Phoenix sneaking around like a milkman, sneaking in the back door, still in all mama's loving. Jane gets in there. Susie goes to pick up the baseball bat. Jane sees that coming now. Gets Susie up into the corner. And gets to work on the leg. Now a Hurricane Rana, Melinda tagged in. And Team Ozzy has got to find a way right now. Has got to find a way. Ruh-roh, ready goes. Oopsie daisy. That is a stop sign right to the back of the head of Melinda, laying there in the center of the ring now. The last dance of Mary Jane. Is this going to be it? Nonchalant pin incoming. Ozzy not going to have it though. Gets in there, breaks that up, stays in the ring. Jane throws her to the outside, now going after Susie. And a DDT right off of the apron. A big clothesline, but all of that allows Melinda to get up. Melinda now grabbing that baseball bat. And now Melinda offering some baseball advice to the Order of the Phoenix. Susie now fighting back on the outside of the ring over there. Getting a hip toss over to Jane. Melinda now taking it straight to the Order of the Phoenix. And look at this. Now Melinda getting ready to make her way back into the ring. Jane now sees her coming, and look at that move right there. Mimi slides into it, knocking Melinda off balance and takes her right in to the last dance of Mary Jane. And you can see why. You can see how cohesive the Order of the Phoenix is. And you can see that they have been a faction for quite some time. These women know how the other women are going to act and react inside the ring. So using that information to try to get the better of the other team. And so far it has worked. It is now down to 4-on-2. Ozzy and Susie, the last two remaining in that team. Mimi now taking it up to that second rope. And then up to the top, and somehow Ozzy got just far enough out of the way. But you gotta believe that coming up right now is about to be the Mia Moore. She just hit her with the torpedo. We have seen her win on this maneuver. Susie knows it. If you're Susie and you know it, clap your hands. Mimi now setting up for the Mia Moore. Is she going to get it in on Ozzy? Gets her up and back down. That might be it for Ozzy. Rolls up the leg. 1, 2. And somehow only a 2 count. One of the more famous moves in our universe, the Mia Moore, usually followed up with a nonchalant pin. But not now. Mimi understanding what is going on, what's at stake. No nonchalantness going on now. Angela Starr now getting back in to the ring. What is going on? Gavin, welcome to the stream, brother. Yeah, definitely. I'm telling you, the ladies in our universe always put on bangers. And a lot of times, I think they're better matches than a lot of the men. Absolutely crazy. Ozzy, though, looking like she was getting it turned back around. Angela saying no. No turning back around. Jane tagged back into this match. Another DDT. Jane now picking up the Totes My Goats baseball bat. Trying to get after Ozzy. Ozzy getting it broke up. Ozzy switching it back around. Just enough, and you can see how slow these ladies are starting to move. Susie having a little bit of chance to relax, a little bit of a chance to catch her breath. Getting back in the ring, and now Jane trying to take it to her, trying to end her night and trying to eliminate Team Ozzy. Rot Roast SpaghettiOs. Last time we're going to be seeing Jane do that too. I swear I thought I took that away already from her. So baseball bat, stop sign in the ring. And Jane really trying to set up her move, the last dance of Mary Jane. Also hitting Ozzy with that DDT on the outside. The Mia Moore, a lot of head damage involved. Angela's not so much. I think hers is the body. And then the Rise of the Phoenix maneuver, also a head maneuver. So Jane really doing some stuff right now to try to set her team up into a really, really good position. And Susie now using the Totes My Goats baseball bat to try to even the score. What? Have not seen that move in quite some time. Oh, this time Susie catches her, does not let her get the Hurricane Rana in, takes her, drops her right on her face. And that is typically a setup maneuver for her finisher. Mimi not even allowing the 1 count to happen. And now Susie getting Ozzy tagged back in. Jane getting back to her feet. Jane running after her. Big clothesline. And now gets Angela Starr tagged back into the match. Ozzy grabbing the baseball bat, using the baseball bat. Angela now trying to get back to her feet, using the ring ropes to pull herself up. And Ozzy using that baseball bat to knock her back down. What is that? Swinging bulldog maneuver. Thought she might have gone for the pin. Does not. Instead, whips her back into her own corner. Ozzy now fighting through it, but I really thought she would have did it. And Angela Starr knocks out Ozzy with the brass knucks, and now goes for the pin. Throws the stop sign at her. And now the whole team Ozzy, if they want to advance on to the Battle Bowl, if they want to go on to fight the NWO, Susie is like Princess Leia or Obi-Wan Kenobi. Help them, Susie. You're their only hope. You got to be a Star Wars nerd to know what I'm talking about. I'm one. Heck, I might be too. Angela now getting Phoenix tagged back into the match. Phoenix getting after it, grabs the leg. 1, 2, 3. And the Order of the Phoenix will advance to the first ever Battle Bowl. So it's kind of like what we talked about. You look at the NWO as the top faction. You also look at the Order of the Phoenix, probably your number 2 faction. Both those factions finding a way to make it in to the Battle Bowl and will face off at the very next pay-per-view, Battle Bowl 1. So here we go, the final Wrestle War match of the evening. And then we have one tag team match and one one-on-one singles match. Kind of 2 bonus matches, if you will. Guys, remember, drop a like on the video. Subscribe if you're new. Turn on the bell notification so you don't miss any time we go live. Share the video. Probably the most important thing you can do is sharing the video. Get some shares out. Let everybody know what's going on. Let them know what's happening. Bring them into the community. It's a good place to be. A lot of good people here. If you want to be a part of it and you've got a wrestler out there, we do have some spots open right now. Upload to community creations using the hashtag TOTES. That is hashtag TOT. That is the wrong window. That is hashtag TOTES. Just like it appears in the chat. Nope, not like that. God dog it. Keeps trying to spell my name. But right now, other fishes to fry. What is going on, JP? Welcome to the stream, brother.
The following contest is an elimination match. Introducing first, at a combined weight of 1,044 pounds, the 4 Horsemen.
Four Horsemen making their way down to the ring, and you look at those title belts, the WCW World Championship, the Universal World title, and the WCW World Television title, all making their way down to the ring right now. With Eagle Star winning that title belt, all the Horsemen now have won a World Championship at some level. So, very crazy, but that is not what we're here to talk about or do tonight. Tonight, the Horsemen absolutely have their hands full. You just heard they weigh 140 pounds, or 1,040 pounds. Wait till you hear the weight of this next team. I don't even know if the game can count that high. These guys came out in a tiebreaker match against D-Generation X 2.0 and absolutely monkey stomped the holy hell out of them. Like, it wasn't even close. It was one of the biggest one-sided matches I've ever seen in a 4-on-4 match. And that might be getting into the heads of the Four Horsemen tonight. You don't see a lot of stuff get in their heads, but that might have done it.
And at a combined weight of 1,043 pounds, the Monster Eclipse.
I can promise you right now that 1,043 pounds is not their weight. 3 of them weigh 380 pounds. So if you just took 300 pounds, 380, let's just say 400 pounds, right? That's 1,200 pounds already. You minus 60 of those, that's 1,120 pounds plus whatever the Fiend weighs. So 1,043 pounds has got to be as high as the game will count. But right now, the Horsemen are outweighed by roughly 120 pounds per wrestler in that ring. This is about to be a fight. And hopefully a good one. But right now, Monsters Eclipse barely making it in to the semifinals. Now having a chance to go on and win the whole thing. Bama immediately getting the Fiend's finisher put on him and able to kick out in one. And even though the Fiend isn't like a super heavyweight, he wrestles like he should be a super heavyweight. You know what I mean? Now Brutus Walters getting in, ready to be putting his finisher on Bama. Grabs Bama, flips him around, puts him back up, and right back down, grabs the leg. But Rowdy not letting that go downtown right now. And Rowdy, when you look at the size of all these things, Rowdy is the biggest Horseman we've got, the Enforcer. Then you got the Reaper, and then you've got Eagle Star and Bama. 2 light heavyweights, but look at that! The Horsemen not afraid to use some different tactics. Brutus still unable to even see what is going on. And all of a sudden, Rowdy in the match now. And Rowdy laying down the law. Brutus trying to chase after him. Rowdy, oh, missed the shot right there. Brutus now gonna try to take advantage of it. Brutus and Totes kind of in a bit of a stare down right there. But apparently not for long. Brutus delivering some punches right to Totes my Goats, and so Rowdy says one good turn deserves another. Fiend doesn't think so. Totes getting back up. Then back down. I think he saw what Rowdy was getting ready to do. to Braun Strowman. So now Totes kind of taking it for the team, allowing this stuff to go on, distracting Brutus, while Rowdy gets after the rest of the team, and these drums of Bohan are absolutely devastating maneuvers. And Rowdy right now using that time. And look at that, Brutus taking Totes to another level. Totes trying to fight back, trying to get away, but unable to do that. And now Brutus finally sees what Rowdy is doing as well. Rowdy's just been doing it to the entire team, and then gets thrown right in to that corner post. And look at this. I wish Rowdy would tag Totes in right now. So since Brutus wants to fight Totes, like, I just wish he'd tag him in. Let him do the thing. But Brutus now doing a lot of damage over to the other team as well. So far here tonight, we have not seen the match go quite like this. But we are seeing it right now for whatever reason. And look at that, Rowdy ducks. Braun Strowman finally hits him. And now Wade War Walters gets in and gets a double team maneuver on him. But look, Bama is not the legal man. Rowdy now gonna go ahead, get Eagle Star tagged into this match. And now one of the smaller guys going up against the largest wrestler in our universe mode by 5 pounds, but still the largest wrestler, standing at 7 feet tall, 388 pounds, Wade Ward Walters. And look at this. Eagle somehow gets him up and now gets him into that weird bounty hunter collector move. And Walter finally able to fight through it. Looked like Brutus was coming in. Eagle Star saw that, let him up, let him do the thing. And look at Wade. Wade moving a little bit slower now. Brutus trying to get over to Eagle Star, finally does. And incoming right there. Eagle Star up, probably counted the light bulbs in the ceiling. But this is not how the Horsemen need this match to go. The Horsemen really needing to control the pace of the match, and so far it looks like Monsters Eclipse has been the one controlling the pace. Even though they're the bigger group, they still seem to be the ones that have been controlling the pace. But Braun Strowman going for the pin, still only a 1 count. And again, Braun Strowman just a little bit quicker than Eagle Star on that maneuver. And Brutus dives and gets Rowdy back into the ring. But this is one of those situations where I'm like, hey, put Totes in the ring. Totes and Brutus. Brutus has been whooping Totes. Totes not fighting back a whole bunch, but I think he would if they were inside the ring. Brutus now whips him over into the corner. The Fiend getting out of the way. Fiend trying to remain kind of well rested. The Fiend, the leader of Monsters Eclipse. The Horsemen don't have a leader. They all have a say in what goes on. But Totes so far, even though he's been getting his rear end whooped, not really been in the match as of yet. Braun Strowman now making his way back in the match. Rowdy getting out, and Rowdy really needs to have a break, I would say. He has been in the ring for quite some time. Rowdy, though, looks like he's got something he wants to let Brutus know before even trying to get out of this match. And Rowdy needs to get over just like he's doing right there. Focus on the guy inside the ring. Stop focusing on the other team. And there it is. Rowdy grabs the leg. And the Fiend able to get in and break it up without a count. Rowdy not having that though, without the Fiend paying a small price. But now Strowman getting back to his feet. Gets whipped into the corner. And what was that maneuver there? Looked like Rowdy tried to tag in Totes. Totes jumped out of the way. Bama, however, does not. And Bama now in. Probably a slight miscommunication there on what was going on. Totes might have been thinking Rowdy was trying to do something else. Bama now fighting through Braun Strowman's own reversal. Look at that. Hits him with the leg. Braun Strowman does not go down, however. One, two, three. And Bama pins Braun Strowman. That is quite the loss to Monsters Eclipse. The Fiend in and pissed off. Going after Eagle Star now. Going after Rowdy. Bama going after. This is the stuff. This does not benefit the Horseman. The Horseman needing those breathers in between. Not getting them when that kind of stuff is going on. And now here we go. Bama taking it up to the top rope. Former WCW World Champion hitting the Fiend. 1, 2. And Bama now getting a 2 count on the Fiend. Now setting up for it. Is he going to be able to get the Roll Tide in? What is going on? Daz Reynolds, welcome to the stream. And Bama knocks out the Fiend. And the Four Horsemen, showing you why they're the Four Horsemen. And here goes Brutus and Totes again. Totes absolutely getting his ass stomped by Brutus. Totes yet to be the legal man. The referee out on her feet. And it is down to the Walters brothers versus the Four Horsemen. The winner will go on to the first ever Battle Bowl, which is like the Super Bowl of our universe. What do you mean watch-alongs? Because it's funny. I think I've been talking about doing it. Yeah, I haven't done that. Haven't done any of that. Nope. Not that kind of watch along. I've been thinking about actually watching or having watch parties for other E-Federations shows. I've been thinking about that one. And Rowdy now getting after it and really going after Brutus, allowing Wade to then go. And look at that teamwork, making the dream work. Eagle Star giving Rowdy the opening that he needed to get in on Wade War Walters. Now getting Eagle Star tagged in. And I'm serious, Totes, even though he's got his butt whooped most of this match, as yet you can look at the other guys. Sweat rolling off of them. Face paint getting all jacked up. Totes my goats over there. Hadn't even broke a sweat yet. Look at that. You got to think, just looking at the power of Eagle Star, one of our light heavyweight champions, able to get Wade War Walters up in the air like that. Absolutely unreal. Now, not a long way for Wade to go down, but anything where a big guy like that comes off of his feet and then goes down, that starts to become a problem. Wade War Walters now trying to keep Eagle Star in the corner. And if you look at Monsters Eclipse, if you look at the Walters brothers, they really need to find a way to get one of them out. And it looks like they're trying to do that with Eagle Star right now, but Eagle not having it. Eagle not even letting Wade get over to his corner, not letting him get Brutus tagged in. Wade crawling over to the corner, and look at that, runs around the referee to avoid the contact, looking like he was going to tag in Rowdy, but Rowdy a little bit too far away right now from that ring post. Now whips Wade War Walters into the corner, and look at Totes. Totes like, Totes is trying to do this match and then not do one pin, not make one submission. Look, Totes cheerleading over in the corner right now. Can the Horseman win and not even tag one of their own guys in? Brutus with a big spear. Can't even believe Eagle Star able to kick out. Bama not allowing him to do that, and look at this. Eagle Star having to climb up the ladder just to hit him with a knee. Brutus now trying to get back to his feet. An absolute veteran move right there, making Brutus use his own power to get back up. A stalling suplex. And now it looks like Eagle may be going under the apron to go and grab Totes Magotes' baseball bat. Look, if Totes isn't going to get involved in the match, Eagle's going to make sure his baseball bat does. Totes might not even see the baseball bat, or might not even see the ring or any action. Eagle Star picking up Brutus and now getting him in the bounty collector. Is Brutus going to tap? No, lets him up. Lets him out of the bounty collector, and instead changes his mind, whips him into the corner. Rowdy did it too. Gets Bama tagged back in. And now partner assisted shoulder block. And he just said, "Bam, my boys." Crowd chanting along with him. And Bama boys right now fighting both the Walters brothers. But now Wade getting back up. Bama, while Wade was reaching for him, Bama ducked underneath, came back around, ends up hitting him with that kick right there. Look, Totes is like, "You're not tagging me into this match. I am not going to break a sweat." Totes is here for cheerleading purposes, apparently. Oh, and Totes finally tagged into the match. What is that going to mean? Gets him over and now puts Wade War Walters in his own finisher, and Totes taps out Wade War Walters. One move, one tap out. And now going against the one guy he probably wanted to fight. But look at this. Brutus taking it to the corner of the Horseman. Don't know if that's the smartest thing to do, but he is making it work right now. Picks Totes up. Slams him back down. Bama distracting him. Totes getting back up to his feet. Ducks underneath them. But Brutus able to fight through, and look, it has been a long time. Look at this! Brutus tried to go for the cheating pin. Totes is pissed off now. DDTs him, grabs the leg. 1, 2, 3. Totes not having the dirty pins against him. And the four horsemen go on to Battle Bowl 1. I'm going to tell you right now, just like I said, people should be scared the way that Monsters Eclipse won. I'd be scared the way the Order of the Phoenix won, but I would really be scared that Monsters Eclipse won the way they did against the Generation X, and the Four Horsemen just came out and monkey stomped them. So I would have to say the Horsemen probably now the favorites to win. But look, the Hart Foundation, it's going to be a tough match. Two really good factions, really great factions to be fair, will be facing off in Battle Wars. And I couldn't imagine better scenarios. You've got the ladies NWO facing off against the Order of the Phoenix. Like, that's the creme de la creme right there. That's what you want to see. And now you also have the Four Horsemen facing off against the Hart Foundation. It could have been the Four Horsemen against Team Sting. Like, either way, I think it goes. But I think the Hart Foundation just a little bit better, and they proved that here tonight. So, again, we talked about this match at the top of the program. Rated R2K and Jahki, not a tag team. At least not yet. But they are and have agreed for this match to go up against Kempty Watson and Cecil Davis for the WCW World Tag Team Championship title belt. So, will this solidify them as a tag team in the WCW, or if they lose, will they just go their own separate ways? Don't know. Yeah, Toad's on another level for whatever reason. But it's funny, too, because you remember Totes went through that really long losing streak also. Like, can't explain it. What is going on, Blazed Radio? Welcome to the stream, brother. Guys, we've said it before, but if you haven't gone and checked out Blazed Radio, what are you doing with your lives? That wasn't rhetorical. Go to his stream. Go to his channel right now. Drop the likes on the video. Subscribe to his channel. Tell him Totes sent you. Not Radio Rex. Radio Rex did not send. They look similar, but he did not. He doesn't even know. Look at the state of this crowd right now. You want to see somebody get some people excited? Look at that, Jahki. The whole crowd wants to dance with them. So watching now tonight, we're going to see the team of Rated R2K and Jahki. Jahki getting off to a fast start in the WCW in that tables match, but got injured. Since then, kind of been a little bit derailed on the progress moving forward. Rated R2K, haven't seen a lot of him. However, stuff like that could change right now. You start putting these wins underneath your belt, you start getting this, you start moving through some of these different divisions. Next thing you know, you're the world champion. So, definitely ways to go around it, ways to go about doing certain things, but finding a way and going up against these two, this is a big deal. This is the oldest tag team we have in the WCW. While they may be a part of the LWO, they are the hit squad. So, look at all that money. I am in the wrong place in the arena here tonight. But every time R2K comes out, I need to start being his manager, but I will stand out there with my shirt collecting all the cash. You know what I mean? Frankie Two Fingers. He is dumb, but he is not so dumb. And that's part of it. You look at like Jahki's character, you wonder how he doesn't have a belt around his waist. You look at this guy right here. You look at the character. He looks like a champion. The only thing missing is gold. You know what I mean? But where does he land? Where does he fall in to the different divisions? Moving forward, is it going to be something like maybe a hardcore division? You look at his character, obviously hardcore, definitely agree with it. But then when the entrance attire comes off, World Television Tag Division, the United States? Don't know, but we're definitely going to see. It's matches like this that really start putting you into some of the different divisions. You look at Cecil Davis. Cecil Davis, a member of the Hit Squad, got a shot at the Universal title against Sting. Now, he lost that match, but he is still in that area. He has still proven he got on that roll and still almost came away with the Universal World Championship. So, Kempty Watson, you look at Kempty, and Kempty worked his way light heavyweight, now back in the cruiserweight division, was one step away from beating JP for the for the cruiserweight title. So, again, these guys, very accomplished wrestlers in the ring, not the largest guys out there, but definitely wrestle larger than they are. The Hit Squad, definitely a tag team to be reckoned with. Can they defend their title belts here tonight, though? Or will we have brand new WCW World Tag Team Champions? And look, I don't care who you are. You look at those belts, you pause it. Those are sexy as hell. Get ready. Hit the pause button. Just sit back and enjoy it. That's like eye candy right there. That's candy for your eyes. That's how good those belts look.
Introducing the challengers at a combined weight of 439 pounds. And their opponents at a combined weight of 429 pounds. The WCW World Tag Team Champions, the LWO.
10-pound difference. Like normally, when the Hit Squad goes up against different tag teams, they're giving up 50, 60, 70, 120 pounds. Right now, 10 pounds. Look at those title belts. Man. Sexy. So here we go. Looking like Kempty Watson and Jahki are going to start it off. And we see this a lot, and it just amazes me because we know, yeah, AI wrestling, we got it right, but it amazes me when you watch the Hit Squad wrestle, they typically have a plan, and if it was me planning things out, and I was like, man, I would want to be this guy against this guy and this guy against that guy, I would absolutely want Kempty fighting against Jahki and Cecil fighting against Rated R2K. Now, the thing is, they don't have a lot of tape on these guys, and we know that they do their fair share of tape study. The other thing that we see the Hit Squad do a lot is one guy will be quick tagged in and out quite a bit. He'll get in, a couple moves, tag himself back out, moving on. Right now, it might look like that is going to be Kempty in this match. Jahki getting things turned back around, getting Rated R2K back in, or getting them in the match for the very first time right here. And you would think, though, these two guys, Jahki and R2K, there's plenty of film on Cecil and Kempty on what to do. And look at that. Cut her right in the middle of the ring. Cecil trying to no-sell it, but to no avail. Could only get back up to a knee. And you can see him breathing really hard underneath that mask. Now, what's funny about the combination of Jahki and R2K, they come from the SSU. So it's not that they have no familiarity with each other. So you are still going to see a level of cohesion between these two wrestlers here tonight. And as we say it, look what's going on right now. Another quick tag going into another. And maybe this is the thing that they need to get both of their careers rolling here in the WCW. We have seen that because of the tag team division, Sentinel and Paul the Thing got things turned back around. Now both of them have held the WCW World Championship title belt. Now Cecil getting Ep.50 tagged back in. Jahki waiting on him, however. And Ep.50's going to be one of those ones, kind of sneaky. Look at the absolute speed of Ep.50. Ep.50, a cruiserweight, we just said, ended up going in that 8-man match in the inaugural cruiserweight title match. It was JP and Ep.50 Watson getting after it. And look, we see it right now. Ep.50 is the one in this match. They switch up who does it, but Ep.50 looks like he's going to be the one in this match who is going to be the one that Cecil and him try to keep fresh. Ep.50 looks like it's the guy. He's the guy right now. Maybe not. Maybe they're just into some quick tags too. Haven't seen a lot of that from him, but look at that. Famouser didn't even know her. Jahki picking up Ep.50, taking him back down to the ground, getting R2K tagged back in. R2K and Ep.50 now meeting for the first time. Ep.50 whips R2K into the ropes. Picks him up, and look at that. Jahki jumping in to break it up. Didn't look like he needed to. Looked like R2K was still kicking out at one. The chosen one now taken Ep.50 over into the corner. And really controlling what's going on. Whips him now into the other corner, and look at that. What? Again, we've seen a couple moves that I've been like, but you put that move on Frankie Two Fingers, you get me on all fours, and then you do a little flippity-doo-dah top of the noggin to you, and drive both of your shins into my back? Nah. You might as well count me out right now. I'm not having it. What is going on, Iffy? Welcome to the stream. I'm not having it. I'll tap out. The referee would be like, they didn't even put a submission move on you. I'd be like, no, 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 no. I'm tapping out right now. Not having that. Did you see what he was going to do? Not having it. I would be out. R2K continuing to handle his business over in the corner right in front of Jahki, keeping half of the WCW World Champions off of their game, and now slowing down the pace a little bit, which I think is really smart, especially when you look at, as long as you can maintain control, when you're looking at the pacing, Ep.50 and Cecil, they want that fast pace, in, out, move, 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 juke and jive, juke and jive. If you can take them off of that part of their game, you've got a really good shot at winning. And then that's the other thing. You look at most of the tag teams, why they may have the same color scheme, they certainly don't wear the same pants. Hit Squad, though, not known for their fashion sense, so same pants. That's how they roll. R2K now over on the side. Referee getting up to a 2 count already. And look at that double Pele kick right to the top of the scunion of Ep.50 Watson. R2K now getting back, whipping him into the ropes, hitting him down low, up top, and hits him in that lower back again. Not quite as devastating, but still, once you put that move on a part of the body, it doesn't take a lot to jack with it some more. You know what I mean? But still, only a 1 count. Yeah, thank you, Effie. 29 likes. Like, that broke the record for this, for a WCW episode. There's some other bigger records out there. Like, we've had some 300 view streams. We've had some 40 watch hour streams. But the 29 likes, that's a big one. Especially when you look at the number of views. The number of views are about average, and then we went above and beyond on the stream likes, so that's crazy. Absolutely. Hats off to you guys. I mean, you guys are the ones that do it, so congrats to you guys. Now, here we go. R2K grabs the leg. 2, 3, and we have brand new WCW World Tag Team Champions.
Here are your winners.
And those belts are sexy. I'm just telling you. Pause it right there. Sexy belts. I'm too sexy for my belts. Too sexy for my belts. So sexy it leaves welts. I don't know that would be sexy if it was leaving welts. You know what I mean? Just saying. What is going on, Soul Survivor? Welcome to the stream, brother. Sean Coleman could fit in very well for sure. All you got to do is upload Sean Coleman using the hashtag totes in community creations. That is the disclaimer that you basically give me to use your character. That's hashtag TOTES. What is going on, brother? Welcome to the stream. Can you believe that? Congrats going out to Jahki and R2K, apparently officially forming their tag team here tonight and doing it with the tag team title belts. Look at the state of this. Nobody has ever seen this before, not even Digital. Digital Dogs, brand new look here tonight. And with that new look, can he bring home the United States Championship?
The following champion versus champion contest is a Hell in a Cell match and is for the WCW United States Championship.
Well, this must have been a last-minute change by Eric Bischoff, moving this match into a Hell in the Cell match. Was supposed to be a straight-up match, but look at this. Brand new look from Digital Dogs. Freaky. Nice. Nice. Tell them to get involved. We got some spots. You know what I mean? We have 3 spots left. Maybe 2 spots after Soul. He needs to be in between 82 and 88. That's where all the wrestlers start out. Part of that is, too, your finisher. This is where it starts. Everybody's. Your special, pin, and recovery. Now, pin is 70. So those are the only 4 that have to be that. Everything else can be whatever you want. Just has to fall between 82 and 88. You are only allowed 2 finishers. Your finisher cannot be another person in this thing. There's no way for you to know that. So if you have a list of finishers, like if you got finishers listed out in there, I will fix that part of it. So that's really the only things that are in there. But yeah, I typically do. Most people don't know, and so I edit in the stats, and I'll edit some of the moves. I try to keep everything as much as how you've got it. But the things that have to change, I change. Sometimes it's an entrance, sometimes it's something else, but I try to keep it as true to your character as I can. That's why all these characters look very unique. If your character doesn't have a face scan, he's about to. All of our characters have face scans. That's why they look unique.
Introducing the challenger from Authority Megacorp HQ, weighing in at 382 pounds, the WCW Underground Impact Champion, the Dog.
God, that looks freaky.
And his opponent from Columbus, Georgia, weighing in at 205 pounds, the WCW United States Champion and one half of the Universal World Heavyweights Tag Team Champions, the Snake Vipero.
And hey, Soul, join. I've got it pinned up at the top. Join the Discord. We have a Discord. Pictures of your cause, your creation, general chat. A lot of fun in there. It's a lot more. It's not like the SSU. It's a lot different. Everybody's nice here, for the most part. Here we go. Not even I, Frankie Two Fingers, knew that this was going to be a Hell in a Cell match. Eric Bischoff apparently keeping that really close to the chest. But regardless of whether it is or it isn't, it is now. And Digital Dogs and Vipero now facing off for the WCW United States Championship. Vipero on an absolute roll as of late. Digital also on a roll. So very interesting to see what happens. We know the one thing that we do know, Vipero does not wrestle to his size, and he is absolutely going to get a shot to prove that to people here tonight. Back and forth these two go. Where they stop, apparently only this cell is going to know. And look at that, Vipero already using that cage to his advantage. Trying the drop kick, trying it again. Digital trying to grab onto Vipero. Vipero, though, not having it. Hitting him with the drop kicks, throwing him into the cell, and they fight their way around the cell. Round and round they go. Where they stop, only the two of these guys apparently are going to figure it out. Now whips him over into the corner. And honestly, this is probably the spot, regardless of everything, that Digital does not want to be with Vipero. Oh, Vipero, this might be it. Hit him with the snake bite. 2, 3, and Vipero will retain the WCW United States Championship.
Here is your winner, and still WCW United States Champion, the Snake Vipero.
I expected a much different fight, but you saw pretty early on when they took that fight to the outside and Digital kept trying to grab him, Vipero finally figured out the rhythm, and Vipero started delivering the drop kicks, throwing him into the side of the cage, doing that, and then ends up walking out of there doing just enough damage. And I think he did that damage so fast that it was hard for Digital to keep up or even recover from it. And then bam, the snake bite. And I'm going to tell you what, a snake bites me, I'm done. You get a snake biting Totes my goats. You get a snake biting Frankie Two Fingers. I am done. It's all over but the crying. You can tell me it's a garden snake. I died from a heart attack. It won't even be from the poison. So, getting hit with the snake bite, hats off to Vipero. Hats off to the champions tonight, to be fair. So, but we now know who it's going to be moving on into the Battle Bowl. So we've got a Nitro, a Thunder, and then Battle Bowl 1. Our very next pay-per-view will be taking place very soon to determine the winner of the Wrestle Wars. So guys, that is going to do it for our show here tonight. We're going to do a little bit of bonus coverage right now. if you guys want to hang around, stick around for something here real quick. But as far as our show is concerned, I appreciate everything that you guys do. The fact you guys heard Iffy talk about it, we had a record-breaking show the last time, 29 likes. The record was 26 for any of our WCW episodes. Tonight, episode 50 inside of our season, since we changed how our seasons are going. So lots of different stuff going on this season. Love everything that's going on. Love how the community is growing right now. Could not grow without you guys. Obviously, you guys are the community, and you guys are the thing that makes all this stuff worthwhile. So absolutely thank you to you guys. Make sure if you guys are taking off right now, find something to do to where you can be nice to some folks out there. I think kindness is what is needed in the world right now. Enough with the fighting and enough with us dividing ourselves. It is absolutely amazing what the news media and different things have us doing. Stop. Just love one another. And I'll catch all of you guys in the next one. And I'm not going to say peace yet because we're going to do something. If you guys were wondering how to do this, if you guys were wondering how to make custom, if you notice, we have got custom Trons for our wrestlers. I typically only do it for the wrestlers that have factions. Like if you're a part of a faction, that's usually the only ones that I do it for. But you can do it for anybody, to be fair. I'm going to show you how to do it. There's an easy way to do this. There's a very, very hard way to do it. Or there's an easy way to do this. So what you want to do is come in here. Obviously, we're under the Creations tab up at the top. Come in here. Go to Video. Go to New. And this is the part that gets really interesting. What we want to do is typically go to video clip, and then there's a number of things you can do. You can come in here to where it's Alpha Mask preset, which is typically what I do, because this is where you find the really generic back pieces of the videos. So if we were going to do something, and I don't have an image for it yet, but let's see if we can make something up here real quick. If we wanted to do something for, let's say, I don't know, the Gate Crashers, I would go through here and see if something in here makes sense. And you can see there's a lot of different things that you can do. So is there something in here that maybe would make sense for something we would call the Gate Crashers? Now we know it's a female faction. Could play on to that. Look at all those tire marks. That's crazy. Oh. Look at this. A wall coming down. I would say that might be the thing we need. Now, if you look at this particular clip, you go and you look. We pick this clip and you look at it. 27:83. Like if you're looking at the time, right? 27:83. This is going to play into things. You could go in here and do a whole bunch of stuff. I don't recommend doing it. Now look at that. It fell down. So maybe we do some things. So if we wanted the wall to like continually fall down, I would probably take this out to like 14. I would bring to 14. Back up. Okay, so start point, end point. We talked about this already. I would take this out. Now I'm on the end point. So you see you got to press on the right pad. I kind of screwed that up. We have the start point at the normal point. This comes all the way down. The wall's falling. Break the wall down. And a little bit right there. 14. And then at bam, end point. I'm going to accept that. So roughly at 14, we have to remember that that's where it's at. Step 1. Hit accept. It's going to encode it and do everything. This is where it gets interesting. Now we come in here. We have this. That's where the video clip is. Middle layer. Why won't it do the thing that I need it to do? What is going on? Oh, hold on. Bam. Now you go in here, because we've got that down there at the bottom, right? Now we come in here and we see it's only 1396, right? Which is fine. Now we go into image animation. We can go over here. Normally what I've done is I take one of the images that I have here. Now again, I said I don't have any really for the gate crashers, but let's look and just see what we can do. Maybe this, maybe for right now, we want to take and we're going to apply revenge. So the word revenge. And then you can come through here and get it to do it however you want to do it. Now realize it goes this fast. Like it's always going, it's always coming in. Look at that. I like that a lot. So bam, we have revenge. Now if you look, this animation lasts for 2 minutes. The thing that we got to realize when we go in there is the time scale. We want it to go on. Now, it just can't go over 14 seconds, right? So I don't want it to go the whole 14 seconds. Let's say I only want it to go 10-ish seconds. So bam, we got the time scale. We accept that. We come down here. We've got this. Now, I'm going to move this. I'm going to get it to play a little bit. 2 seconds in, right? Right around there. And I'm going to come back up here. And I'm going to put it right in here, and then I'm going to move that clip. Not remove it. We want to move the clip. Why won't it let me do the thing I want to do? So now, basically, you've got the clip, and the clip is going to restart right there. Now, you should be able to move the clip, and I don't understand why it's not letting me do it. Select. Select, select. Oh, that's funny. You can transition in and out. So anyway, there's all kinds of stuff you could do. But what I do is this. And then you save it. Now you've got it inside your clips. So this is what it would look like. All of a sudden it pops up. And it's playing through. And now when people are walking out, that's their custom Tron. You don't want to add too many things. You add too many things to this stuff and things start to get weird. And it starts taking up too many things. And then it crashes. There is a Joker. We have Brooklyn Joker in the universe right now. So, anyway, you go save it. Name it whatever you want. What we'll name this one for now is called the Gate Crashers. I'll show you how this all works here also. Let's just call it Gate Crashers. I'm going to fix this later once I can find the thing that I am looking for. It goes through now. It's going to save this. Oh, no worries, R2K. No worries. But you want to save this. And once you get in, you can kind of play with it a little bit. There is a way to move that revenge thing to where it moves down, you know, the 2 seconds. I just I can't figure it out right now. So now it encodes. Now what you do, now we go into the entrance. Let's go into, we'll do Repentia. You can. Yeah. I mean, I don't see why not. Now you come into Tron movie. When you click on it, you see up at the top it says Superstar Movie or Custom Video. Hit R1. And now we have the Gate Crashers. So yeah, you can use it right there. I wish you could use it as part of the like the stage and the ramp. But you click on that, see there's no special one, so that's the only place you can use it. But yeah, that's how you do it. That's how you get it done right there. And it's fairly simple, you know what I mean? So you could take the time. Really, when you get good at doing this, you can do it in about 2 minutes, 3 minutes tops. Like 2 to 3 minutes. You get in, you're like, you got your idea. You're like, no, I want this, this, and this. You know, you already know like what you've got as far as the logo or the whatever. And then so that's already sitting there. You just go in, find the video. You're like, okay, bam, this video, it's about 14 seconds long. Or 27 seconds long. Sometimes you want them longer. So it's 27 seconds long. You go and then you start adding in like 1 or 2 of the things and then the way it's going to show up. And that is how all of that happens. But yeah, that is going to do it for us today, guys. Remember, drop likes on the video. Subscribe if you're new. Turn on the bell notification so you don't miss any time we go live. Share the video and we will catch all of you in the next one. Peace.